Good morning. I'm recording this in a small village in western Ukraine whose name I still can't pronounce, even though we've been here for 2 weeks. This morning, Barb and I woke to the sound of air raid sirens, which are sounding all over the nation as Russia launches a major assault this morning that was predicted. All of which served as a visceral reminder of how desperate the need for housing for people who are going to be fleeing the east. Whatever happens, the housing in the eastern part of the nation has been decimated, and those people who flee their homes but who can't flee the country, they're called IDPs, Internally Displaced People. They are going to need housing, and they flee obviously to western Ukraine, to where we are now, and which has a lot to do with what I'm about to tell you about this project that we have been involved in with another organization called the Nadiya Project. Nadiya means hope in Ukrainian. And oddly enough, the young lady who started it is named Nadiya, and she's from Ukraine, although she's been living in the States for many years. She felt called to do something about the housing crisis. So some of you are familiar with the work that Barbara and I in the Minjin Project have done with Phoenix Center in Moldova, which began as an abandoned elementary school that Victoria Dunford had a vision to turn that into a place for disabled children and a home for the elderly. And she did it, in no small part thanks to your generosity. Well, the same is true here. Nadiya found this abandoned Soviet-era elementary school that had fallen into decay and disrepair, and she made an arrangement with the town to, basically lease it for nothing for a period of 20 or 30 years, and to reclaim it in order to house refugees, mostly women and children, from the eastern part of the country. So the result was, actually Barb and I found out about this in March or April, shortly before we returned to the state for our little concert tour this summer, and we began raising money to help her out. And the pictures that you're looking at now show what it was like when Nadiya first laid eyes on the building, and then incrementally the changes that have taken place, and they're pretty dramatic. In the 2 weeks that we've been here, we have seen, we've seen it go from an empty shell with no windows and no roof, and in 2 weeks it now has, as you can see, windows, roof, walls inside. It had no interior walls. They've been divided into apartments. And as I said, they'll provide housing, not only housing for that 100 people, but also a community center, activity center that people in the town can take advantage of. There'll be classrooms where they can learn IT, and there'll be a little coffee shop. So it's a place not only that will house them, but where they can live and they can learn new occupations. Excuse me. Now, it may not seem that, of the hundreds of thousands of refugees who have been and who will be fleeing to the west as a result of Russia's aggression, 100 is not many, but Nadiya's vision is that this will be the first, a template, if you will, for many, many others across this part of the nation because whatever happens, whatever the outcome, and God only knows what that's going to be, the need for housing for these people who have been blown out of their homes and who have had their lives turned upside down will be great. And this is a wonderful example of what people can do. You know, you can end up waiting forever for the government or large NGOs to pick up the ball and run with it. Or you can just do. And that's what Nadiya has done. And the Minjin Project has been blessed to join her in that. And the result is, as you see, remarkable, how quickly things have come along. And the plan is to have people in here by the 1st of November. I think had you told me that, or, well, actually, I knew it. When we were first here 2 weeks ago and I saw this building, I heard that ambitious goal and I thought, yes, well, it's nice to have a dream. But now that I've seen what's happened in the last 2 weeks, I gotta say, I can already hear the voices of the women and children echoing in these halls. There'll be a lot of work to do after that, of course, all the yard work, and still there'll be a lot of interior work going on. But the structure will be there, and the habitation will be there. The plumbing will all be in, the electrics will be in, it'll be warm, that's the main thing. It'll be all insulated, and that's why the date of November 1st is so important, because winter hits hard here in Ukraine, and it will hit in November. So to get these people warm shelter is the main thing. But to make it not just a place for human storage, but a place for life is Nadiya's vision. And that's the main reason that Minjin has joined her in it. And we thank you so much, all of you who have joined us in this project and who have responded so generously to our appeal above and beyond our expectations. And because of that, all of this has been made possible thanks to you. God bless you, and we'll give you an update soon. Bye-bye.